Oh my goodness! Oh, somebody got a notification because we went live. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know which one of y'all it was, and I don't even probably wasn't even a notification because we're going live. It was probably just something random. Probably somebody got a text, but I'm taking it. I'm taking credit for it. Anyway, welcome in to the GFW Impact Wrestling Review, sponsored by Anthem and the Owl for 8/24, 2017. I was definitely excited for this kind of fallout of Destination X style show. Um, like I said last week, I like that they're finally going through this GFW transition. We got new titles. Not sure if Casey actually noticed them this time. We got new titles except for the global title. So that's nice. And I wanted to kind of hear Rabbit's thoughts because I know Rabbit didn't get a chance to really uh, be on the show last week because we ended up doing it on Friday. So I wanted to give him a chance to give his thoughts on not only Destination X, but I guess the whole kind of now that it is GFW, they're actually promoting it as GFW. Still mostly Impact Wrestling, but they are like the belt of GFW and all that. I know he doesn't really mind, care about the name, but I guess more so kind of the direction and how the show went last week. Rabbit, any thoughts on Destination X or any of the things that I mentioned, or anything you want to give your thoughts on?
Yeah, man. What's up, Casey?
What's up?
Man, the last, I mean, that Destination X, man, it just wasn't what I expected it to be. I mean, I don't know, man. It just wasn't. It wasn't it. It just wasn't what I expected. Except for my baby came back, the one and only. Turn. She's a 10 Terrell. It's back. That's all I want to see. So that made me happy. But then your man slithered from under a rock and popped up on my screen. Cornette. And I'm looking like, come on. God, I knew it. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember or not when I said it just felt like everybody about to stop coming back from the woodwork and come on this show. I knew it. I know the next joint gonna be Vince Russo. Then they gonna have Smirnoff slide back up in here. I know it. All of them gonna come back in. I know it. It's gonna turn into a fun bunch. Now Dixie gone. Right into the tubes. But last week I just want to finish it. This Destination X was not on point for me, man. At all.
How you feel about Lashley losing last week?
And then
Were you surprised?
now, this is the problem I have with this, right? Lashley is a beast, a monster, an animal, right? He done lost 4 fluke joints. Now, the last joint, he lost. 3 joints before that, they were flukes. So now, to me, looking at it, the beast, the monster, the animal no more. You just kill his character, he dead. You might take him off the screen. And that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that's my man. I don't even want to see him go nowhere. But when I'm analyzing things, I tell it the way it is, man. You got to rebuild him, let him go to the like they have an argument between UFC and wrestling now. They got to let him go for a little while, man, because he got to rebuild himself because he has torn him down. He done lost to 2 small people. I think it was 3 almost. You know, fluke wins or not, they losses. I mean, fluke losses or not, they losses. Back to back to back every week too. So he never shining. He probably punishing these people, but he's not getting the belt. He losing at the end with his hands in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Just looking like a sad puppy out that joint. So I'm gonna have to take the beast, the monster, animal name off my man and just call him Lashley for a little bit. You know, because yeah, they damaged him real good. You know, he shouldn't even be looking for no title for a while. He just got to come up off the screen. To be honest with you, and they got to bring him back a full blast. Because right now he's just wandering around, just losing, and that ain't good for the best athlete in any promotion to be even treated like this type of stuff right here. There's a good storyline though with the UFC, but I mean with MMA wrestling. But overall, I don't know what they doing with my man. Don't put him in title matches, you know? Have him feud with somebody or something, man. Don't just have him losing and losing unnecessarily to little people and X Division men and just losing, you know? I'm not feeling that, man. So you done took the beast, the monster, animal off of Lashley's name. Now, you know what I'm saying? He got to build that back up for me. That was just ridiculous, man. I just don't understand the direction they're going, my man. You know, that's the only thing about that whole thing. I'm not feeling. You know, even though that's one of my favorite wrestlers. Matter of fact, it is my favorite wrestler right now today. It's just now Terrell back, so he had a little competition. But come on, man, I'm scared for Terrell. I don't know how they going to treat her up in this thing. You know, sheesh.
All I gotta say, man, is rip. It's a sad day. We can't say the beast, the monster. And we gonna move on. We're gonna get into
it. Gotta strip him.
We can't. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We had a video package on America's Top Team versus Jeff Jarrett. I'm not gonna go over the video package where it talked about Destination X, so we already talked about the show. Done it. Not gonna go over it. But I like this America's Top Team versus kind of Jeff Jarrett, GFW Pro Wrestling versus MMA. Like Rabbit said, it's very realistic. It goes with the times. It's a very smart thing that they're doing anyway. James Storm got involved as well. But it kind of looks like they made up when they showed like the earlier today footage from as opposed to last week. I'm definitely liking this though, and I like the kind of progression that it's going through. But I don't know. I just like it. I think it's interesting. It's something that's interesting. It kind of puts it in that where will Lashley go type thing. Kind of if Lashley keeps losing, will he just go to MMA, or will he just go to MMA to take him off TV for a little bit and then he comes back, or kind of what where that's gonna go. Rabbit, do you have any additional thoughts on that, or kind of what they did this week with it?
Yeah, I'm liking that whole MMA thing. That whole storyline would be sweet if he just wasn't in these matches that was losing while they doing it. This is a nice storyline. You're right. Okay.
I mean, I like it because it kind of blurs the lines of, kayfabe a little bit. And it brings in the MMA, side to it. So I like that. The only thing I don't like, and it's not even that I don't like it, it just makes me a little bit cautious, is anytime you have somebody come in that isn't specifically trained in professional wrestling doing something physical, you always run the risk of they may accidentally hurt somebody. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. It's just I don't want to either side getting accidentally hurting somebody, especially when they're attacking referees and stuff like that. Any wrong move or something could potentially accidentally injure somebody. So that's the only thing I would just want to make sure that they know what they're doing before they kind of do anything. But I definitely I like it. I think that they've been teasing that Lashley's going to go back to UFC or MMA for a while, and there's been rumors. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. I think that would help him a lot, just because he just not too long ago came off a big title run, so now he's not doing too well. Have him go to MMA, build up some of these other guys like Eli Drake, like these other guys, give them title shots, and then have Lashley come back down the road a little bit. I think that's a smart idea. Don't do it like Brock Lesnar, where like he's gone for like 8 years, but definitely a break I think would be good for him. I am done.
Sorry, I was trying to talk on mute, and that's not how life works. Anyway, because I'm trying to control the feedback and see where it's coming from, so I'm kind of messing around and everything. But anyway, we got the Jim Cornette talking to the 18 of 20 of the competitors for the Gauntlet for Gold match that was coming up tonight. It was also mentioned that there's a surprise competitor. I think everyone and their mama and their daddy and uncle knew it was Johnny Impact Mundo. So I don't know why it was a surprise, but anyway, especially I think it would have been more surprising if they wouldn't have had the video package last week. We wouldn't have known, and if we wouldn't have thought about it, wouldn't have known about it, and they showed it at the beginning of the show too. I think if anyone's gonna be a surprise, I mean, besides like El Patron, that's the only one that would have probably surprised me. So, and then obviously the other competitor that was missing was Lashley, and Cornette said he was going to find him. I definitely like this little backstage talk. I thought it was also kind of realistic as far as like, we want you guys to earn your spot. We want you guys to earn this title. This title's important, all of this. Prestigious, as we call it around here, at least Rabbit and I do. But I I definitely like this. I thought this was a good little filler segment. Rabbit, thoughts on the Jim Cornette segment? I know you're a huge fan of Jim Cornette, right? I mean, they replaced one of your boys with another of your boys.
Exactly. They just switch swap. But look, the fact that they pulled Jim Cornette back up in this thing is just the worst thing could happen to wrestling, period. Man. If they can't find somebody else, just like when he was young, and he brought out the NWO, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find somebody young and hungry, and not all these old rehashed people, man. I mean, especially him. He bragged on TNA every year that he didn't work for.
I said that last week too. I was like,
I mean,
I thought it was ironic that they brought him back in and all he did. And I know it's like, oh, but it's GFW, but it's still the same company. Let's be honest.
yeah, it's still the same infrastructure. So it doesn't make any sense at all for him to even come on the screen. Every chance he got on air anywhere, he bashed Dixie, he bashed the company, he bashed everything that was going on, storylines. He ain't care what it was. But now he come on here, swaddling his little butt down here, and one. But I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I ain't one of the people that's gonna be hating somebody and then just keep on hating them, even though they doing something good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm somebody that's gonna give him a chance because I know he know wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So if he come with something fresh, something new, I want to see. Cause I've been watching him since I was little, back when he was dealing with Magnum TA, one of my favorite wrestlers when I was young, and Rock and Roll Express and all them Road Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, he was my man. I ain't gonna put. I was watching when he jumped off the joint and broke his leg. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm a wrestling buff, and he part of wrestling. He wrestling history. You know what I'm saying? But even though I don't like him, I just want to see how he take it. The fact that they got to go in another direction in 5-6 months tell you it's a problem. Anyway, so I just want to see how he do it, how he take it. You know what I'm saying? Things. He on big wrestlers, and women don't wrestle too much with him. So they more valets. So I don't know how the KO knockout division about to look with this.
Yeah, I too. I feel like so far he's been pretty entertaining. It's been pretty funny in my opinion.
Exactly. So
plus, I like him, and I said this last week on the show, and I want to kind of hear Rabbit's thoughts on this. I like him as kind of the the quote Yankee Doodle cracker going up against LAX. Like I feel like he just fits that role perfectly.
Me personally, the LAX thing just don't work for me. So I don't even link it up with him. I just want to see, just like he pull everybody in front and just talk to them as wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Eddie had a little side thing with Eddie as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So he know everybody. He been in this business forever. You know, he know everybody skeletons and everything. You know what I'm saying? So that part I want to just see how it unfolds. You know what I'm saying? So I just like the first segment where he had everybody lined up and was talking to them straight as wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
All right, Casey.
I hate this man so much. I just have to get that out first. Hate him, but
I've heard you would like to punch him in the face. I think there's a video on the channel about that.
Correction, I want to punch him in the face until he bleeds.
True.
Get it right. I do like what Rabbit said that, you know, he wants to give him a chance. But see, the thing with Jim Cornette is, even if you give him a chance, it's not going to work because Jim Cornette's one of those guys who is so stuck in his ways. Look at all the things he said about, you know, Lucha Underground, who was trying something new. All these companies who try something new. So, well, he's there. There's not going to be anything new. It's going to be the same stuff that it's just, there's not going to be anything new and fresh, I don't think. Just because like I said, he's stuck in his ways. He wants the old school wrestling. He doesn't want any of the high flying or the diving or whatever. He just wants the 80s style, which is great, but for the younger fans, that doesn't get the younger fans excited and into the show. You have to get people excited about the show, and then you can, bring in that, the old school style a little bit in there. It's just how the business is evolving. But one thing that I thought was funny during the segment, and I sent DJ a message after I heard this. Cornette said that he's worked in every major wrestling company in the world, and I laughed and I was like, "Yeah, and you were fired from every one of them too. So what does that say about you?"
Exactly.
I'm just saying, you could be hired by every company in the world, but if you're fired, then there's probably something wrong with you. But and as far as the Johnny Impact thing, they could have passed it off a little bit if, in just the beginning, that it might have been somebody else. But as soon as we got to the 20-man whatever battle royal, right then you knew it was him because he didn't have a match before that. They just that was a mistake for them to. They should have just kept it a secret and then had it be a big. I mean, obviously, it was probably a big. It seemed like a big surprise for the people at the show live because it was pre-recorded, so they probably didn't know. But we knew from last week. It just kind of ruined it a little bit. I think they just should have kept it quiet and had it be a big surprise. I mean, obviously, there's going to be people who are going to find out anyway with rumors and news sites and stuff like that. But if they didn't show it last week, it would have been a bigger surprise, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree. As we move on to OVE, Ohio versus Everything versus the Heat Seekers. I don't even know. I can't even tell the Heat Seekers apart. Bad part is I can't tell Ohio very own apart either. I mean, Ohio versus everybody. I don't know why I want to call them. I feel like I'm like OVO or something. I don't know what I'm.
Jake, the one with the blonde hair.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's the other one's name?
What is the other one's name?
I don't know. I kind of know the last names when they say it on TV, but then that don't help me because they both got the same last name.
Is Dave Jake and Dave Christ?
Chris, I know the last names, but that don't help me because.
Okay, Dave got the dark hair. He a little bit more buff than Jake. Jake the high flyer. He the quick guy. Dave he the powerhouse. He gonna punch you in the face. I'm done with that.
Thoughts on the match? Since you kind of got a head start, thoughts on the match?
I definitely liked it. I like that OVE was Jake and Dave Chris. Like I said last week, I've seen them at a few indie shows, and I've seen other indie shows on the online. I think it was Dave Chris I saw WrestleMania weekend. So they're both really good. They're both really talented. I think if they're booked right, they can be a really good tag team in the division. Plus, they're brothers. We always talk about how brother tag teams are automatically better just because they've known each other their whole lives. So they sometimes they can communicate without even saying anything. So they kind of know each other so well. But I definitely want to see what they do with them. I hope they push them. And I would like to see them eventually get a title shot because I think they would be a good tag team champions.
Rabbit?
I'm not feeling either one of them. I mean, I don't even like the finisher. I'm not feeling them at all. Man, the show when they quit, I like when man went over top and his brother went back for the over top rope, but I ain't like this match at all. I don't like these two wrestlers. I don't like this tag team. So I don't see where they can go from here. I don't see them grabbing no tag team titles. So I don't see where they go from. I like the little match they came down to the ring with though, but I just don't see it at all. Not even a little bit. DJ.
All right. I thought the match was good for what it was, a jobber match, obviously. And I like that they're building this tag team. It's kind of like Casey said last week. It's kind of the yin and yang to each other. Like they're brothers, but they're opposites. And I definitely like it. I enjoy them together. I enjoy their freaking like tandem kicks. Those are always fun. But I'm just kind of, I guess I'm just kind of curious to see what they're gonna do with them after they stop kind of having them in jobber matches. So I mean, I'm excited. I want to see what they can do, especially just more and more as the more we see them. I want to see a little more character development too, because because the Ohio versus everyone and their vignettes and everything have a character with them, but we don't know it. We don't know what it is yet. So, but moving on to Jim Cornette backstage with Eli Drake, where he was trying to just, get his number a little better. Last week, he talked a little bit. He said he was the number one guy, and Jim Cornette let him have number one spot in the gauntlet. Well, Eli Drake realized the number one spot is not really the best spot. So he's like, I like the suit you got on. You looking like a little slim today. And I really respect you and all this. And Jim Cornette, he said he was gonna help him out. He was gonna cut him a deal. So he gave him the number 2 spot, which is practically the same thing as the number 1 spot. I was laughing at this. It was kind of funny. And then Eli Drake's reaction to it was really funny too. He's like, "That's the same spot." He was so freaking mad. I like this segment. I love Eli Drake. He's freaking hilarious. Rabbit, thoughts on the Jim Cornette Eli Drake segment?
Yes, Eli Drake is, like I always tell you, he A1 on that mic, man. He a beast. I like him with the mic work, period. Him and EC3. And I like the segment because Cornette, he was playing with him the whole time. He was like, let me look in here and check something out real. He kept looking through the paper. He's like, look, I got something for you. 2, you come in 2. He said all the other spots they took all the spots, man. You gotta take 2. That was funny, man. The point that my man, what's his name, Adonis? I don't know what he doing here, but I like these 2 together. I want to see them do tag team. To be honest with you, I don't even want to see them as singles. I want to see them tag team. Okay.
I love Eli Drake. This segment had me cracking up. I love, like DJ said, when he's like, you look slimmer than last time I saw you. And I'm like, so you saying you was fat? Like, that's not the best way to get what you want by basically telling your boss that he was fat. Now he's slim, but he was fat. And then he's like, you're number 2. He's like, that's the same thing. That is this. I was dying. Oh my god, it was so good. I definitely like it. I hate Jim Cornette, but some segments like this are kind of funny with him. I just don't like how he runs business. But definitely a funny segment.
All right. Next, we had the Terrence Terrell interview with JB. She basically said, Gail Kim, and I like this because it kind of explained why she came back. She basically said, Gail Kim hasn't shown me any respect, hasn't given me any acknowledgement. I was at the hall. I even showed up at the Hall of Fame, and she still hasn't called me, hasn't texted me, hasn't emailed me. Sounds a lot like Eddie Edwards and David Richards. But Gail Kim would come out, and Terrence Terrell would escape by the hairs on her chinny chin, which technically there's no. But anyway, you have thoughts on Terrence Terrell, the interview version?
Yes. Turn Too Hot Terrell. It's back on the scene, player.
Also, I don't know what she was wearing, but I'm not mad about it.
Oh my God. Yes, she's back. Yes. She's good on the mic. She's not A1 yet. Sounded like she's a little rusty. Look like she's a little out of shape to me. Because, at first she was like a real rock hard. So I don't know if she's getting in shape as she, working her way back in, but I'm glad she's back, period. I hope they don't mess her all up, man, but I'm glad she's back on the screen. Okay.
First of all, I do have to say happy birthday to SmackDown #1 announcer, Funaki. I just saw that. So happy birthday, Funaki. Yeah, I liked it. Kind of like Rabbit said, it was good, but there was something off. Like, obviously she hasn't been, in the ring in a while. She hasn't been on the mic in a while, so it did seem a little bit off. She kind of got to work back into that a little bit. But I'm wondering, how long is she going to be back? Is she going to be back for a while? Is this just a feud kind of to build up to Gail Kim eventually, retiring as champion like she's planning on doing at the end of the year? What is this? But I'm just curious to see kind of how it goes. And then again, kind of like Rabbit mentioned earlier in the review with Cornette, was it even a good idea for her to come back? Because we know with Jim Cornette, women's wrestling isn't that important. You're just a valet. So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited that she's back.
Yes. When she first came down last week, man, I was too excited. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know I was. I mean, if somebody on listen to it right now and really don't know who she is, like, who the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? They just start watching GFW. Shorty's a cold beast, and I'm thinking this is why she back. Gail Kim want to retire wrestling her as her last match because these two put on the greatest match in Knockouts history. Period, hands down. You can watch that match over and over and over. You put it up there with men's matches. That match was vicious, man. I advise that. Matter of fact, that's a look it up alert. Look up the Gail Kim Taryn Terrell knockouts, last knockout standing match, and that'll tell you the story who she is off the break. The leader of the Dollhouse, 279 straight days, dog. She has like a 280, 290 days of holding the titles, man. That's what I'm talking about. She's a cold beast. Just look her up. And by the way, she's gorgeous. She's sexy. That's my baby there. That's the dog I've been looking for. And like I was telling you, seriously, when we was talking about it like a year ago, I said she was the future of women's wrestling because she got the mic work, she got the look, and she vicious in that ring, and she like a daredevil. She'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you about Sierra. She left a lot of stuff on the table. That's why, to me, she dropped the ball as champion. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell you she dropped the ball because when you in matches, you gotta let it all hang out, and that's what these two do. And that's why I think she back on this screen because Gail Kim want to go out on fire, and she know for a fact she can go out on fire with Taryn Terrell. No hold bar. These two will give you lights out matches. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad she back, and just look it up alert. Look up that match.
Oh yeah. We got 2 video packages. One was the on Impact Live, like trying kind of going back on tour. I think it was in Staten Island. So that was pretty cool, kind of hearing the wrestlers to that. And then we had the Gauntlet video package, the Gauntlet for Gold kind of video package, where people were trying to talk about why they would win. I actually like KM in this video package. I think he sounded really good when I don't know if it was like a change in character or it was like his tonality or what, but I liked him in this video package. It's probably the best I've ever heard him sound besides saying, "Are you calling me a liar?" I mean, other than that, EC3 was hilarious as usual. Eli Dre good as always, and Lashley, I enjoyed too. Rabbit, any thoughts on the 2 video packages that we had?
Yeah, I like that when he was walking up talking. That I like. That was cool. That was slick. But Eddie, I didn't understand nothing he was saying at all. Low key get up there talk about the 20 of his 19 other people that he got beat Why you gotta go through this? It just tripping me out. Low key, I don't know what happened here, man. That's why I'm scared to turn to real, man. Know the beast key, and I don't know what's going on now. Once they took the belt from him and start playing with the belt, with the nonsense with Trevor Lee, I don't know what's going on now. I don't even think Logan's going on now, to be honest with you. Then you got KM around talking about he's undefeated in GFW history. Like, what? How many matches you had? What are you talking about?
Rabbit, are you calling him a liar?
You know? What is going on here, Slim? Man, but yeah, but I like that whole thing right there. That was slick. That was cool.
Hey, stupid. I need those segments back. I need them back. Casey.
I like the first segment or the first video package at the live events. It kind of, I definitely like that they're going out on live events again, and it kind of shows what their live events are like with the meet and greets and everything. And that was like that even before when it was still TNA. So they definitely, out of the major wrestling companies, they have the best live shows in that aspect where you can meet most of the wrestlers that are at the show and get pictures and autographs and stuff like that. And so that's kind of cool. Like you don't really get that with WWE events and stuff like that. So that's definitely cool. I like the Gauntlet for Gold video package. Definitely. I automatically, even going into this show, I knew low key wasn't gonna win just because of the news that we found out earlier in the week that he is leaving GFW.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, so I knew he wasn't gonna win, but definitely I liked all of the I don't think there was really a bad one. I think they all kind of were good, but
yeah, I forgot about that. We got Jim Cornette again with Dan Lambert of America's Top Team and Lashley and the rest of America's Top Team. Basically, kind of trying to restore order from last week when they put the hands on the referees. I like this segment. I like Jim Cornette kind of restoring order and everything, and I like this whole argument that Lashley has to choose now. I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna like I said before, what they're gonna do with this. Because it's still there's only one guy really putting his hands on anybody, and Lashley's just kind of he always looks confused when everything happens. So I'm wondering about that too. Like I'm wondering like that's part of you got to be part of something. So, but Rabbit, any thoughts on America's Top Team and your boy Jim Cornette?
Again, I like this whole thing.
Real quick, I'll put the Taya Valkyrie thing in there too.
Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah, that girl.
You don't even know Johnny Mundo's, I think, fiance's name?
Nope.
I think they're engaged. Sure.
What's the name again?
Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, I missed that one.
You got any thoughts on the Cornette Top Team?
Oh yeah, that I like that right there because it shows the argument between those two, and then the fact that they just showing no respect for wrestling. You know what I'm saying? They showing no respect for the industry itself because they in the office of somebody running a promotion, and they just acting like idiots in the joint. You know what I'm saying? So off the break, I like it. I like this whole thing. I don't know how they gonna go with this because none of them can wrestle. So I don't know where they going with this, but I like it though. And the fact that my man keep losing is leaving a bad taste in my mouth with this angle because it's all I think about. So I don't know where they going with this thing, man. But I like this right here. What they got, this dynamic they got going back and forth with the UFC, MMA and GFW. I like it though.
Casey?
I liked it. I thought it was funny when he's like, who's gonna make us leave? And Cornette's like, the authorities. I was like, yeah. The police had tasers. They'll make you leave. I'm just saying. You can be tough as you want, but I definitely like that. I'm excited for Taya Valkyrie to debut. I think it said soon. I don't know if it said
I
next.
like her character, by the way.
Well, I
Interesting.
mean, you should like her. She was in Lucha Underground.
As what? As who?
Uh,
I only watched the first season. You got to remember that.
I think she was on. I'm pretty sure she was on the first season. I'll look it up, but definitely.
Oh Lord. Oh. Yeah, I'm excited. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. But definitely excited to see kind of where they go with this whole America's Top Team storyline now. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You found her?
I found her. Yeah. uh. Oh. Moving on to the next thing we had. If I can find my notes, I got too much stuff open. Obviously, we got the video package on Grado and Laurel's journey. It was a nice trip down memory lane as Grado is about to address the crowd for his final farewell. Grado comes out with Joseph Park, and this was hilarious. This was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Grado kind of thanks the fans and starts naming off all the foods that he gonna miss, like the fries and the cheese fries and the chili cheese fries and the chili cheese fries with something else on it. Like it was cracking me up. He was cracking me up with that. It sounded a lot like Enzo Amore when he starts naming off foods and gum flavors and all the stuff he started doing. But it was hilarious. And then as he was about to say his final farewell, Laurel Van Ness comes out. Original Laurel Van Ness. Like I missed her so much. Like when she came out, I was like, I love Broken Laurel, but my goodness, I missed her so much. And Grado, actually, she revealed that Grado made her a new woman. Grado is the whipped cream to her Twinkie. Okay, with this. Anyway, she asked him to marry him. Obviously, he said yes. And they did a little lip locky, and Grado's reaction was cracking me up. Like I think he like got paralyzed for a minute. Um, and then Congo Kong comes out, and then Mahabali Shera comes like out of the ramp or something, because I don't know where he came from, but he was just there, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, Mahabali, what's up, bro? And Shera, not Shera, but Congo Kong backs away, and decides, not to take part in that fight. So we got our second rip alert with Broken Laurel. But I'm happy to have Laurel back. Dang on it. Oh my god. Oh, that girl, she is out. Anyway, Rabbit, thoughts?
This is where I'll come down and say, I'm being deported out of this great country, America. Pepper said, I thought he gonna miss the hot dogs and mac and cheese. Oh man, he's a waste of time, Slim. I'm glad you're gone, Grotto. Get serious and try to come back another time. You know what I'm saying? Because right now you just over the top.
What you talking about? He about to get married to.
He not gone. He not gone.
He got to go.
Nope.
My man say, then my man, a bitch say, man, you making me hungry. These too funny, man. But wait a minute. Lord Van Dam comes back. You know what I'm saying? Not broken Lord Van Dam. What happened? I mean, how did storyline come that she comes back, just walk down? What we missed something? I missed something?
That was confusing, but I'll take some inconsistencies to have that back.
Then it went way left off the rail, inconsistent when she got on her knees. Like, huh? Who write this stuff? They just waking up in the middle of the night writing stuff. Like, just write this for tomorrow. What's wrong with y'all, man? Oh my God, Casey.
You know, the beginning of this was funny. I love Grado. I don't care what anyone says. He's not going anywhere. He's staying forever. BJ agrees. It's definitely funny with him naming off all the foods he missed. And then Joseph Park's like, "You're making me hungry." I'm like, I love this man. And then complete 180, and I'm mad. I'm mad. I love Laurel Van Ness, but there's nothing like Broken Laurel. You ruined my whole day.
There's something like it.
Oh no. I love Laurel. I love Broken Laurel. It was so good. She was so good at it. It was it was hilarious. And now they've taken that away from me. I mean, she looked good. Don't get me wrong. Zack Ryder is a lucky man. Anyway, but yeah, I want Broken Laurel. I demand somebody break her, please. That sounds.
We gonna move on. I apologize for anybody who just walked in right now. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Eddie Edwards and Jim Cornette. I like this because it was kind of, you know, I've seen you before. You know, I've seen what you can do. I'd like you to be, you know, global champion if I had my pick. I like this. He was like, I know you got the a rough number, but well, in the way he made it sound though, it didn't sound like he got number one. It sounded like he had like number 4 or 5 or something like that. For some reason, it didn't sound like he got number one to me. The way Jim Cornette was like, you know, portraying it. But Rabbit, any thoughts on this backstage segment before we get into the main event of the evening?
So that's the thing about Jim Cornette. He gonna bring to the table is what I like. That's what I'm talking about. He's like I said, he's wrestling history embodied. You know what I'm saying? As he's standing there, and he knows everybody. Like he was talking to him, like, man, I remember that day I was talking to somebody, man, you broke your leg. You know what I'm saying? And I was looking at it like, man, who's gonna take his space? You know what I'm saying? And when the person told me he wrestling, I'm like, man, that boy got guts. That's how I go there and talk. That boy got guts. Funny, but that's what I like, man. That's that one-on-one. I know you a good wrestler, man. I've seen you come up, man. You've been busting your butt. I know you. You know what I'm saying? And nobody else deserves the title but you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one-on-one. A wrestler talking to somebody in wrestling business, one-on-one, heart to heart. I like that. Okay.
I mean, I kind of liked it. That is the one thing that I do like about Jim Cornette. One of the few things that I like about Jim Cornette is the fact that he knows history and he can, you know, just sit and, you know, tell stories about, you know, his experience and his experiences and things like that. I love that. You know, there was a bunch of videos of like Paul Bearer talking about stories of back in the day, and I love watching. I love when guys just sit down and talk about, you know, the past in the business and coming up in the business and how it used to be and things like that. But then when he gets into, you know, a controlled or an empowered position, that's what I don't like. I don't like when he kind of has his way to change things, because then it kind of doesn't go the best. But yeah, I definitely like when he just kind of talks about, you know, I know this guy, or, you know, this guy's good, whatever. or just talking about wrestling history. But it was a good segment. I definitely like that he kind of put over Eddie Edwards a little bit, which is surprising. He doesn't put over many people.
All right. Well, let's get into the main event, the 20-man gauntlet for the gold gauntlet match. Didn't really go as well as I thought. For the global championship, that prestigious GFW global championship. I hate that I can't say Global Force Wrestling Global Championship because it sounds stupid. Darn it. Why'd they do that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you make... That's like... I guess that's like saying World Wrestling Entertainment World Championship, though.
But it's not. WWE isn't World Wrestling Entertainment anymore. It's just WWE.
True. Well, I mean, obviously, Global Force Wrestling is just GFW now, obviously. Gear Global Force Wrestling, do we?
Exactly.
Like ever. But, I definitely like this. Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards start the match. I liked how Mario Baccara looked. It's Baccara, right? I like how he looked, when he had his offensive spurts in this match. I was hyped that Kingston returned in this match. I was expecting him to be that new member of LAX. So that I don't think he's even Hispanic, but I just for some reason I thought he fit the mold because he was kind of mean and smash mouth and all that. But Richard Justice was in this match. Greatest entrant of all time. Greatest entrant of all time. I love this man. When he came out and just started doing the squats, I was like, yes. I was hyped that the standby wrestler got his chance in this match. He got eliminated. It wasn't his fault though. See what had happened was. Anyway, Johnny Impact makes his debut, which was pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about him being Johnny Impact. I just feel like it's almost too gimmicky to me. Like I would have been fine with Johnny Mundo or Johnny insert name, Johnny World. Like I would have been fine with something that wasn't Impact. I don't know. For some reason, it just feels just too to me, in my opinion. Suicide Elimination was really cool, though. Thanks to Johnny Impact, I like that. Bruh, they hate me. Like they freaking hate me. They had a chance, and Rabbit will be able to relate with me on this. They had a chance for Congo Kong versus Falaba, and they goofed on it. They messed it up. It was right there, dang on it. Ugh, that frustrated me so much. Still love Falaba, it's my boy. I think Ishimori's chin is still in on the ground after that forearm from Lashley. That was pretty nice little forearm he did. Garza Jr. can still just make people watch him while ripping his pants off. I don't understand why, but he can. I like the throw my pants up super kick you move though. I like that. That should be a finisher. I thought it was crazy that both 1 and 2 were still in the match in the final 3, and actually ended up being in the match in the final 2. Eli Drake would end up eliminating Johnny Impact after Drake went through the middle rope and pulled him through. But I thought this was interesting. I like that. I was so happy that Eli Drake won. It has been since like the man debuted. Well, not since he debuted. I wanted to see more of him when he debuted. But since like we've really been able to see Eli Drake, I've been waiting for this world title run, and finally he'll get this prestigious global championship run. So I'm excited though. I'm definitely excited. I want to see how it's gonna go. After the match, I don't even know how Stifler got out there. Like no one showed him even going out there to like confront America's Top Team or nothing. He was just over the guardrail getting beat up by Colby Covington, I think is who they said he was. So that was interesting. They keep doing that. I thought they were gonna jump the rail and start destroying stuff. I don't understand why they jumped the rail and went up the ramp. To me, that didn't make any sense. Like, you just did something bad. Leave. Don't jump the rail and just walk up the ramp. Or just jump the rail and start destroying stuff. And that's what I thought was gonna happen, but it didn't. I was kind of upset. But anyway, Rabbit, any thoughts on the main event and the aftermath of said main event?
Man, you know I don't like nothing like this. I do not like it at all, not even a little bit. But my man, first of all, this is a championship match for all the Marvels, the biggest title in the company, and you got the standby wrestler in this match. Ready? That what we're gonna do now? We got a standby wrestler in the championship match. You need to run to that lady and tell her, say, "That's now you see, I was in the championship match."
Yeah. The standby wrestler for championship matches only.
You know, he got to get in one though. You know, but God, man, then I like my man Kong. When he hit my man with that stiff flagpole joint, where he just stuck his arm straight. He threw my man on the rope and just stuck his arm straight out and poked him right in his head, man. It was funny. That's funny. I gotta see some more Kong, man. That I know he's funny, man. I know they had Eddie in that joint almost the whole match, like 40 minutes. He was in that joint. He really wasn't even doing nothing though. He was in the match the whole time though. Just been washed chops though, you know. Crisp Benoit joints, you know what I'm saying? He's nice with those joints. He got some nice chops.
I texted Casey and I was like, is this match really gonna last an hour?
You know, I was looking like, yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like, oh, what is going on here? You know, the fact he had the standby wrestler in that joint. Then Suicide come in with doing what Kong with these lame. I don't know what he was doing. What I don't even know what he put with his chops. Was he touching him, or he was trying to feel his titty? What he was doing, man? Those wasn't no chops. You gotta look at Eddie when he doing those crisp Benoit chops. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be playing with chops. If you want to do that, don't chop. You know what I'm saying? Ric Flair chops. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it off with them. Don't play around with chops now. You know? EC3 had a nice TK3, you know, over the top rope. Hit my man with that joint. Nice joint. That was sweet. You know what I'm saying? But the suicide joint, when he do it again, I don't know why they keep botching this. To me, it's a botch. When he doing his suicide joint, when he falling backwards, and everybody move over to get in the spot. I mean, what? The whole group, everybody, 6 people get together in a group and then move all the way over so you know, come on, man. That's a botch. You can't do that. Yeah? That's just botching. It's just too much going on when you do that. Come on, man. No. They got your man. No, we can't do that. You know, we're not doing that in a championship match, man. We can't do it. Then my man low key hit him with a nice warrior. One thing about low key, he was in this match. It was sloppy. It was all over the place. But man, throw him over the back slam, and he hit him with a warrior's way off the top rope. Then he had my man Dragon Sleeper. Oh, that was just pretty stuff right there, man. That's his best, man. That's why. He don't fit with this LA. It's just a bona fide wrestling thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This was a disaster. And then my man Lashley in the joint, he had a nice crossbody, though. Where he got that, he just came out of the blue with a nice crossbody. And that forearm was nasty. You know what I'm saying? But what? He get tossed out. He be in front of MMA fighters. Like, come on, man. Who is writing all this stuff? And what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like we're waking up writing this stuff. There's no thought process going into this stuff. That's the stuff I'm doing. The only part about these things I'm not liking is the coherence. It's just not there at all. For wrestling, you gotta your interest in certain wrestlers and certain what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you just start pasting stuff up, throwing stuff there, and throwing that out. It just when he just threw out this gauntlet match, it's just crazy. To the people you got in it was just it should have been a 10-man gauntlet match. How did you gonna get the standby wrestler in a champ? I mean, what? Ooh. No. So to me, this is complete nonsense. And the man, hey, he started from the beginning, and then he at the end. So he tried to, JB tried to be slick. That was funny. He tried to stick that drink joint in there. Drake. Now he be champion. The same thing I say about when people become champion. It's different from contending. When you in part, you got and my just you know what I'm saying goes right with it. Then you got like somebody like Sierra who dropped the ball. I think she dropped the ball as a champion, and she don't come out there and glorify the fact that she's the champ. She got 2 belts, man. And quietest champ I ever seen. She don't come out there and just make that known. Your man got a belt. It's not even the biggest three. Got a belt. You know what I'm saying? He makes it known. Nice and nice promos. You know what I'm saying? So champion, man. You can't just want the belt. And once people see you, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's more than just wrestling. Her wrestling, her format is not good. She got 2 good moves, and then after that, you don't remember nothing. You know what I'm saying? Moves inside your format before you get your money. I think she lacking too. When you be champion, man, you gotta be all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad my girl Terrell back to mix this thing up. So show you how you can. And then you got Gail Kim too. Let's do this thing the right way. You know this joint. You know EC3. Okay. Okay.
Okay. First of all,
DJ.
you're gonna need to stop talking shit about my boy Dick Justice. He is the greatest wrestler of all time. I don't care if he's a standby wrestler. He is amazing. I love him.
I love how every time he walked next to somebody to try to help him, they just looked at him.
It's so great. I love him. I was definitely excited for Johnny either way. I hate that his name is Johnny Impact. That's so stupid. Whoever thought of that needs to be slapped in the face and fired. It was probably Jim Cornette. Let's not ourselves. They should have just kept either. I understand maybe they can't use Johnny Mundo because I know Lucha Underground and AAA always give issues, especially the whole issue with Pentagon Jr. not being able to use that name anymore, whatever. So you could have, even if they just had him as Johnny or something, like it would have been better.
They could have had him as Johnny Wrestling and had him start a feud with Johnny Gargano on Twitter. Do it.
Johnny Grapples. But I was definitely surprised when Johnny.
I got it, Casey. I got it. Johnny Parkour. Do it.
Oh yeah, do it. I was definitely surprised when Johnny was eliminated. I wouldn't have been surprised if they actually had him win. Just because he is so well known and he's so good, I could have seen them doing that. But I was surprised when he was eliminated, and then I was even more surprised when Eli Drake won, just because I didn't think they would actually give him the title, but I'm definitely excited that they did. As far as America Top Team at the end, I think they should have just pulled a Nexus and just destroyed the ring and choked Josh Matthews out with his tie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that wasn't Josh Matthews that choked out though, was it? It was.
I know, but they should have. They don't have Justin Roberts, but
They just bring Justin Roberts in for that one night.
no, it needs to be Josh Matthews specifically.
But
No, I don't think Eli Drake personally is heavyweight championship material. But if you're gonna give it Eddie Edwards and all these people, it's all good to me. You know what I'm saying? So
he is well deserving. He is the number one guy. He already told you this.
He is.
Yes, he's the man with the golden tongue.
Well, that's all. Like we've said with our other reviews, that's all you really need. If you tell us that title is prestigious, if you tell us that you're the greatest, we start to believe it. That's, I mean,
prestigious.
The Miz does it all the time, and
Global Force champion. He worked hard, man. We gotta give him credit, man. He's wild now. EC3 did too. Like we give him credit. You gotta give him credit too. He been here the whole time too, busting his ass. So he gotta give him big ups, man. It's finally his chance, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like the fact he finally got his chance. And you had something on the side going on while he was getting his belt. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how he become champion. If he come out and then have some like celebration and show you how to be champion, then I'm cool with it. But his moment, and he that ain't good. That wasn't right. They did the X Division title when they give it to he not champion ever on the paper. So I don't know, man. There's gotta be more continuity too. DJ.
I do like that it makes I guess we can call it the mid card titles. I mean, even going back to the King of the Mountain title, it makes it feel like it means something. That's what I really like about the fact that Eli Drake won the title. Because you got to think back, he won the King of the Mountain title when it was King of the Mountain title. But anyway, and he should have been grand champion. But let's be honest. But anyway. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was your GFW Impact Wrestling review featuring Anthem. Brought to you by, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast episode 3 coming in tomorrow at some point. And also check out episodes 1 and 2. They were great. They were amazing. They were must-see YouTube V. Amazing. Anyway. We'll see you guys next time. Subscribe button for us as well. What was that, Rabbit?
I don't know. You said something about, I don't know who the girl was, man. That came on, was that Tara?
Yeah,
Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Is that one from Canada? Is that her?
What?
I'm not sure, but
y'all know her?
I'm not. I don't know. I know Casey does, but I'm excited. I wonder when she's gonna come because I'm excited about that.
She's wrestled in Mexico a lot. I know that.
I want to see her and Turn Terrell. I want to see Turn Terrell mix it up with all these. For real. Let's get it on.
We will see you guys next time. Also, find the Facebook page, Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. Find it. It's in the description. I already put it down there for you. So be sure to click on that and like the Facebook page. We'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was ICWP Reviews, GFW Impact Wrestling for 8/24/2017.